high post. And usually, gusto mong kunin yan sa mid-post para dalawang option mo. Meron kang baseline, meron kang gitna. So, ang maganda sa ginawa ni Waray doon, inatake niyo muna yung gitna. Nagkaroon siya ng angulo doon sa drop step.
This free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances sa subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. And you gotta say that ito si 4 or 5 seasons ago when he started here in the MPBL, probably 6 seasons ago.
More of a utility guy, right?
Ang aram ni Waray, halos push shot lang siya or sa
Correct.
dunker spot.
Rebounding has always been a specialty. It's still his specialty
Oh,
ngayon.
Flex Apreco flying in for that offensive rebound.
Ayan, specialty talaga ni Felix yan. Aside from mag-flex.
Kaya nga flex na yung pangalan. 33-28. Gensan with the lead.
You have a mismatch on the post.
Sabido to JJ Pido.
Bad pass.
Balesteros. Maestre is open. That's a 3. It's short. Rebound. Fought for. Bringas pitches it.
How about Maestre? His effort on the defensive end, especially in transition, that's his second steal already in less than 2 minutes. Siya rin yung naka-deflect kanina of a possible fast break. I believe a pass to Tolentino. But this one, the baseball pass, you see he has his eye on the ball, yes, but he was sprinting towards the man, which is Kyle Tolentino na pinapasahan ni Bringas. So that's 2 straight stops, caused by Maestre.
There's a timeout on the floor. 33-28. Gensan up. 3:35 left in the first half. Another crucial game ahead for the Gensan Warriors on June 3. Rizal, June 9, Muntinlupa. And June 16, Manila. So, 2 important games. Magkakatabi sila sa team standings ngayon, Christian. Itong mga kupunan natin.
Mabigat na laban yan, yung next 2 games nila, and Batang Quiapo, medyo gagaan sila dyan. Struggling din yan ngayong season.
Here's Pido under pressure from Masaglang. 8 seconds to work with here for Biñan. So Pido fires a corner 3. He misfires. Biñan, that's a foul against Masaglang.
Which I disagree with.
Yeah, I thought that was a...
That should have been an offensive foul. Yeah, he extended both arms, which is pretty much equivalent to like a charge already. And this was the open 3 right there. Challenged by Apreco. Ayan, nakita niya na sa harapan niya. Yan, padiretso.
It did not... ang layo dun sa cylinder niya. That's not his space there. Pido in trouble. Himpayan now with Roca Curva. Biñan struggling to get baskets.
Oh my gosh, nakahanap pa ng lusot, no? Ito si Roca Curva.
This is a rare player dito sa liga natin. Ito si Kenny Roger Roca Curva.
He's showing he has terrific balance, And even after that drive, medyo sumalubong na siya. Palabas na screen na yun. Itong si Subido that just checked out na pinatan ni Lastimosa. And you would think na magkakabanggaan sila, pero dahil dun sa spin move niya and then able to see an opening, was still able to maintain his balance. Nakakuha pa ng foul. 2 free throws siya ngayon.
8 points in the game for Kenny Roger Roca Curva. When I say rare breed, he's one of those players na who can solve a lot of problems for your teams, for your team.
Yeah.
Kusari Bigay kay Val Acuna. Now with Von Tambeling in the game for the first time. Von to Val. Rises for the jumper. Short rebound ni Kenny. Kenny to Carlo. Lost it. Recovers. JJ Pido. We'll bring it out. Pido. Ruka Curva. Spin move again. Kenny in the paint. Masyadong malapit para kay Kenny Ruka Curva.
Not so much space right there. You see the conscious effort defensively nitong Gensan. Really packing the paint, whether it's transition or in the half court.
Val Acuna. Heruta with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Aaron drives. That's a tough shot. Aaron Heruta.
Was able to finish with an acrobatic layup at the last moment. Pero ito, the quick inbound forward pass.
Sa mga kapwa niya na guard eh.
One thing that's been evident, at least to my eyes, is that he looks to be in better shape this season compared to last season.
That's true. Tambeling with a jumper. It's short. Rebound ni Lastimosa. Biñan down by 4. Minute and a half left here in the second period. Carlo pulls up. It's off the mark.
Yeah.
Val Acuna with the rebound. Now with Aaron Heruta. Marwin Junicio misses the 3.
Not a good shot.
Pamboy. No call. Turnover.
Trying to force the official to blow a whistle. May konting bangga, no? Hindi ko masyado nakakita yun, no? Yung gravity ng bangga. Ito, makikita natin sa replay after Junisha, yung pagkatira niya, nakuha ni Pamboy. Not so much there.
Yeah, from that angle though, the referee had a clearer angle dahil nandun talaga siya mismo sa harap ng aksyon. We have a timeout here, minute and 16 remaining. Gensan up by 4. Quezon versus Abra on Saturday, 8 p.m. in Bangued.
Uy, si si Mr. Pili.
Eric Pili din.
Yeah.
Eric Pili, the dad.
Yes. Halatang halata na eh.
Eric Pili, the player, will be in action later on for Rizal. Tambeling travel.
You remember the first time that we saw him and we didn't even know him, and
Paranaque.
then, di ba? And then sabi natin, sure tayo, tatay ni Mr. Pili yan, ni Eric Pili yan. And right away, I forgot who was the courtside reporter. Maybe it was Mika, maybe it was Gianna. In-interview kagad at tama nga. No, si tatay nga ni Eric.
Pamboy able to get it across. Waray for shot, good. Foul on Tambeling. 3-point play opportunity for Waray Himpayan.
Hindi mo nga pwedeng ibigay yan eh. Nabanggit mo yan kanina na season 1 pa lang ginagawa na ni Waray itong push shot na to.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
The better spacing that time, even yung timely cut ni Waray after the baseline drive by Pamboy Raimundo.
So 5 points now for Waray off the bench. Marwin gets it to Val Acuna. Binabantayan ni Ruka Curva. Heruta. And look at Ruka Curva dive for this basketball right here. And Kenny Roger Ruka Curva comes away with the basketball.
Pero bumalik sa kabila, no? On the
But
spin
Pamboy
move.
Raimundo is down on the floor in pain.
Hindi na natin nakita yun.
After that sequence right there.
Tingnan natin dito. Nangyari sa harapan natin. Ito yung dive ni Kenny Roger. Makukuha niya ang bola. Pumasok si Pamboy. Wala na yung camera doon.
Yeah. He's holding on to his left chest. And Pamboy not happy at all.
Yeah.
And Coach Boyet as well.
I must say, this is, we've covered ito si Pamboy really ever since he was college. Ngayon ko lang siya talagang nakita na galit. Kasi galit na galit sa totoo lang. He's always been an intense player. And intensity, you can express this in a lot of ways. Pero ito, iba yung intensity ni Pamboy ngayon, larong ito eh.
35-34. Ng mga Gensan. May timeout ng Biñan. We'll be right back. That's our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness, Mr. Eric Pili. Napili. Para sa ating fan of the game.
I'm gonna assume.
Oh, ayan na ka na. Huwag ka na mag-assume. Mamaya tatanungin ko muna para hindi ka na mabihirapan.
Well, nung unang nabanggit nga natin, nung unang nag-assume tayo, tama naman. Di ba?
Well, that does not mean you're gonna be right on the second
Sa
try.
tingin ko, kapatid ni Eric yun.
Oh, sige.
Safe na yun.
Wintis Rumpayan, 7 points in the game. He's come alive here in the second period.
Mukhang may foul pa yun, no?
Yeah, should have been.
Should have been a foul.
10 seconds. Tambeling knocks it down.
Too easy. I mean, for the likes of Tambeling, shooter yan.
Roca Corba to Carlo Lastimosa. Block ni Acuna. That will do it. First half in the books. Hard fought first half. He got playoff-like intensity for a regular season game. Gensan ahead by 2. And we have a nice tribute para sa late Filipino musical icon, Freddie Aguilar, who's very close to the heart of our MPBL founder and chairman, Manny Pacquiao, and that's coming right up.
Isa para sa ating tagumpay.
An icon, a legend, and a classic OPM artist. You will be missed dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Kami po ay nakikiramay sa kanyang mga kaibigan at mga kapamilya. Isa na po ang ating founder na si Senator Manny Pacquiao. Paalam po, Ka Freddy. But for now, of course, I am joined by a special guest, Sir Merman Flores, the team manager of the Gensan Warriors. Sir, very exciting game, ano? Mukhang nag-work yung fast-paced system ni Coach Elvis today. How do you feel about that?
It's supposed to be like that, no, since day one. So, yun talaga yung system na inahabol namin. Hindi nag-work ng last game, but hopefully, we'll get it this time.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Yeah, syempre, gusto po namin batiin yung mga sponsors namin. Armor On, Jinky Skin, Mount Sabrina, and Sandman Boxing. And would like to say hello po sa lahat na nanonood dyan sa Gensan. Si Mayora, Lorely Pacquiao, Bobby Pacquiao, and Gob Ruel Pacquiao. At sa lahat ng mga MP Racing Club, good evening sa inyo lahat. At syempre, nakikiramay po kami sa lahat ng kaibigan at pamilya po ni Cap Reddy. Condolences po.
Right. Maraming salamat once again, Sir Merman Flores, the team manager of the Gensan Warriors. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. That is the most spectacular one-punch set of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching down. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Halftime dito sa Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. Gensan with a 2-point lead against the Biñan Tatak Gel in strong start para sa Gensan. Got off to a cushion in the first period, and then also in the second period they were ahead for most of the second period until Waray Himpay came off the bench and gave Biñan a lift with his energy and his inside baskets.
They did. And, you know, yung depth ng Biñan, talagang ang dami ng player na nakakalaro na sa kanila. No? A total of more than 13 players na ang pinapasok ni Coach Boy. At napag-usapan natin yan, especially sa kanilang big men. You look at all the numbers right here, pretty much identical. You know, Biñan, I thought, did a good job, you know, of forcing turnovers and able to score from them. Kenny Roger, Rocco Corva leads all scorers para sa kanila with 9, Himpayan with 7, Farito 5, and you know, Big Boy after that quick start. You know, yung matchup nila ni Kosari was able to get 4 points. You couldn't really tell kung kaninong pace, you know, yung dominante nung first half. I would say slightly Gensan because of yung struggle na offensively nitong Biñan. I thought primarily because of their spacing. If that's one thing na ma-improve nila, it's gonna open up yung outside shots nila, especially when Kenny Roger, Rocco Corva, or maybe a Carlo Lastimosa puts pressure at the rim. So that's something that, you know, to watch out for. And for Gensan, you know, we talked about the lack of scorers for them. Val Acuña, who scored 23 in the last game, only was able to score 2 points. Leading scorer para sa kanila was si Kyle Tolentino with 8 with those 2 quick threes, but missed his last 5 shots, or 4 shots rather, after a 2-for-2 start.
So interesting second half ahead of us. As we mentioned, these two teams battled tooth and nail in a memorable playoff series last season. Nakaagaw ang Biñan to start the third period. Came down to the last possession last year. It's a hard fall galing kay Kenny Roca Corva. Somehow stayed in control there on that drive.
He was.
Kahit laki ng bangga.
He was. And mind you, that was using the 1-2 step. Hindi yung 2 feet stop. And for you to absorb contact, especially on that first step of the 1-2, you have to have strong legs para ma-absorb yung contact and still able to finish. Hindi siya naka-finish kasi too much contact, may kasama ng foul.
Parang hindi natitinag no, kahit sa unang bangga. Ito si Kenny Roca Corva. Pingris, push shot, good.
Specialty.
38 all. EJ Gonzalez starting the third here. And Masaglang. Jumper from
Specialty
Ping.
One of the few guards in this league that rarely do you see him take a 3, but he dribbles 2 to 3 steps inside the arc. Halos sure ball na yan.
Roca Corva banging bodies with the big men of Gensan. Masaglang stepped on the line.
It's a good recovery by Roca Corva after forcing the issue sa kabila. Was able to force the turnover. Eventually came Masaglang. Here's the 2-man game.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Roca Corva gets it across.
They're going to go to the post, kay Ping.
Ping against Larry Rodriguez. Mark Pingris draws the foul on Larry.
I think the key to guarding Ping is not when he gets the ball. Mahirap na siyang bantayan pag malalim siya. You have to make him work off the ball. So push him out. And you know, even if he makes the basket, for example, because may ability din siya na ganun Pero at least kung gagawin niya buong laro yon, pagdating sa dulo, baka sakaling na ipagod mo na siya, especially at this point of his career, na medyo nandun na sa taas yung kanyang edad.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. 37% free throw shooter si Mark Pingris. 0 for 2 on that trip. And Gensan with a chance to extend the lead. 40-38 is the count.
Or foul him and make him miss free throws.
Kyle Tolentino on the catch and shoot. No good. Masaglang gets to his spot. Too strong this time. Ruka Curva taps it to Pamboy Raimundo. Pamboy looks up. Binigay kay Fajarito. Picks up his dribble. Labas muna kay Pamboy. Oh, a lot of contact there.
Clearly a foul.
That was a foul. Lastimosa fires and hits.
I'm not sure what the officials are watching, but that was a play on the ball. Napaganda naman yun para sa Biñan, pero ang tanong ko ron, kung hindi nila nakuha ang bola, malamang nakita na natin yung pangalawang technical, possibly ni Coach Boyet. He would have been livid for sure. Nagkataon lang bumalik at nakashoot sila doon sa jumper ni Carlo. Pero ito ngayon, si Masaglang mukhang might have twisted yung kanyang ankle.
Yeah. Well, I'm it's been consistent. You know, the missed calls that we've seen in this game. Marami-rami. So, hindi mo naman. But so far, sa Biñan kasi na ano eh. And Pamboy Raimundo is...
Hindi na siya too little. Too many na eh.
Kaya nga eh. Ping picks up his dribble. Recovered by Carlo. Labas kay Fajarito. A 3. No. Liu pushing. CJ with a jumper. Too strong. Rebound. Pamboy Raimundo. Binigay kay Carlo Lastimosa. Carlo fires. No good. And nakuha ni Ruka Curva ang rebound. But saves it to the wrong guy. Tolentino back to CJ. Back out to Nico Ilorde. Tolentino now. Tolentino from deep. Short. The top ends up with Larry Rodriguez.
Somebody's open the weak side, and that's Liu.
Liu for 3. It's a foul on Ruka Curva. Really left his follow through up there until the contact came.
Long enough to force the foul. A little uncontrolled on the closeout dahil masyadong ang libre, no? Even before he got the pass, itong si Liu. Yan, tatlong free throw ang ibibigay sa kanya ngayon.
Yan, kumapit. Did you, yun, alam mo ba tong rule sa NBA na after the release, pwede na yung ma-foul yung ano, may contact doon sa shooter?
Talaga?
Sabi nila eh, ganun eh. So you see a lot of, may mga nalilet go ng mga fouls sa 3-point line.
That's interesting.
44-40. Liu has hit a 3 and now third free throw para sa kanya. 3 for 3 for Liu. And CJ Gonzalez goes back to the bench. They fight hard, this Gensan team.
Ever since. Actually, halos lahat ng kupunan na hawakan itong si Coach Elvis eh.
Yeah.
Halos yan yung DNA niya eh, no? Pag hindi ka matapang, pag hindi ka matibay maglaro, kahit magaling ka, kiss ka na sa kanya eh.
Lastimosa, foot on the line. Still no go, and Larry Rodriguez doing a terrific
What a
job.
pass.
Wow! And Tolentino with a finish. Saktong-sakto.
I don't know who that was, but it looked to be Larry Patrick Mahomes. Rodriguez.
Hindi ba Tom Brady yun? And Larry hobbling. Liu from the corner, a 3. Still no bucket right there.
How about the hustle by Junicio for that offensive rebound? Out hustling. Etong si Waray.
Rodriguez back to Nico, a 3. No! Wow, that was halfway in. Carlo Lastimosa. Biñan down by 7. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now with Pamboy Raimundo. Uses the pick from Ping. Waray himpayan sa ilalim against Junicio. Waray gets it to Ping. Nandun ang depensa. Ping Reyes is fouled on the way up.
Almost called for 3 seconds if he took one more shot fake. And Ping with contact and the whistle, pupunta sa free throw line. Tingnan mo itong pasang to.
The fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig, free installation for split type air conditioners. What a pass.
Talk about a quick score. Ni isang dribble, walang nangyari doon. Ang mahirap pa sa pasa na yon, it's not like Larry Rodriguez was open. You know, he got the ball, got the rebound in traffic. Halos malapit na siya dun sa baseline, no, sa linya ng Biñan. But the look ahead sa kabilang court, and obviously yung pag-execute ng pasa, ngayon si Kyle, hindi naman siya pinahaya.
0 for 4 so far for Ping here in the third period sa free throw line. Tolentino now with Liu. Bring us with the pick. Liu drives, well defended. Labas kay Junicio. Saved by Tolentino. Liu. Atake si Joel. Finds Elorde. Has to shoot. That's a shot clock violation on Gensan.
A little bit uncontrolled, no, yung mga pasa doon ng Gensan. Ganda ng intention, lalo na ni Liu, pero masyadong mataas yung kanyang kick-out sa ibabaw dito kay Nico Elorde. Kaya naka-recover ang depensa, mahirap na tira, walang tinamaan na ring.
47-40. Balacuña and Aaron Heruta are on the floor kasama si Tonton Bringas, Myron Junicio and Joel Liu for Gensan. Here's Ruka Corva. He's fouled on the way to the cup. And Ruka Corva is joined by Waray Himpayan, Big Boy Hernandez, Jeff Chan, and Pamboy Raimundo.
A good attack right there by Kenny Roca Corva. Siya na mismo ang nagbaba ng bola at hindi si Pamboy. At dahil doon, nakakuha siya ng konting buwelo. Ina-expect ni Val, no, na yung screen nasa gitna pero na-reject niya yung screen.
This free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances sa Subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
Kanina pa magka-matchup itong dalawang to eh. Si Kenny Roger, Roca Corva, and you have to wonder, buti na lang, hindi pangalan ni Val eh. Can you imagine kung ang pangalan niya, John Lennon Acuña? Kalaban si Kenny Roger, Roca Corva.
What? John Lennon ba ang gusto mo?
Oh, siyempre.
Okay.
Siyempre, Beatles, di ba?
Favorite
song.
Ayaw mo ng mga James Ingram, ha?
Masyadong depressing eh, karamihan. Di ba? Makikinig ka lang ng kanta. Di ba? Wag naman yung mga depressing. Dapat yung matutuwa ka man.
Pero Kenny Roger, maganda yung mga kanta ni Kenny.
Maganda. Siyempre.
Well,
ang unang pumapasok sa isip ko, siyempre, is Through the Years.
Diba?
Aside from yung mga masasarap na roasted chicken nila in muffins.
Iba yun. Restaurant
Iba ba yun?
Restaurant yun.
Iba ba yun? Pero di ba, named after him yun? Hindi
siguro,
ba family nila?
siguro.
Sa tingin ko, Sa tingin ko.
Siguro. Mamaya, may mag-chat na naman yan dyan. Para i-confirm. Napaka-interactive nitong coverage natin. 47-43. Gensan with a 4-point lead against Biñan. Here's Aaron Heruta. Nasa penalty na Gensan. Only one team foul so far here in the third for Biñan. But the defense of Biñan on point. Another 24-second shot clock violation forced here in the third. Pangalawa na yan.
Yeah, excellent double team right there at the last moment, no? About 2 to 3 seconds remaining. Nahak di ba ang bola. Usually teams would either double tulad noon or would even switch and it forces the turnover. Roca Corva, mahirap na tira. That's an offensive foul.
Yeah.
Inawi niya ng kanang kamay niya.
That is a problem here kung pag umatake si Kenny Rocacorva, pag nakatayo lang kayo lahat. You gotta give him options.
Halfway through it at the 4-minute mark, more than halfway. And this turned out to be a low-scoring quarter. I said that only 15 points combined for both teams. That's a quarter na ito.
With 3.5 minutes remaining. Tonton Bringas against Big Boy. Big Boy with the steal. Can't be soft with the basketball. Biñan blocked by Von Tambeling. What a denial from Von. And here comes Val Acuña. Short on the 3. Tracked down by Janicio. Tambeling. He'll fire. No good. And
That's
a foul on Bringas.
Yeah, kaliwang kamay niya.
Only the third team foul on, oh no. Gensan is already over the limit. Check out this block from Tambeling. Chase down. Ganda na timing.
Yeah, Waray did the right thing, no? You went up strong, but not strong enough dahil naunahan siya sa ibabaw ni Tambeling. Showing off. Yung kanyang athleticism, di lang siya yung shooter na manlalaro sa opensa.
And Big Boy Hernandez at the line. Really slow and stop-start itong ating third quarter, Christian.
Hindi makakuha no, ng momentum ng dalawang koponan na to. It's been quite a weird game. Especially on the part of, or situations rather, wherein you would think one team is gonna go on a 6-0, 8-0 run. Biglang may mangyayaring kawirduhan. No, maybe a loose ball or a silly turnover. And then suddenly, it's back to square one in terms of building momentums.
A good steal by Sobido. Ahead to Biñan. Waray testing the defense of Kosari. No good from close range. Big Boy is fouled. Not giving up where the big men of Biñan inside the paint. Another foul on Aaron Jeruta. That's number 3. And Gensan has been over the limit for quite some time now. Nico Elorde returns. And together with Kyle Tolentino. Hernandez sinks the first. 45-47 is the count. You get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. So free throws hurting Biñan. Pinglis missed 4. And Big Boy Hernandez has missed a couple here in the third. 2-point game. Von Tambeling attacks. Swiped away by Jeff Chan. Chan is ahead. That's last touch on Jeff.
So a forced shot on the other end, or a turnover rather, and then another turnover para sa Biñan, kaya babalik sa Gensan ang bola. Both teams really sloppy this quarter, to say the least, offensively.
Biñan, great defense, pero nakuha ni Larry Rodriguez and he fires that one in off the glass. 9 points for Larry Rodriguez. 4-point lead for Gensan. Minute and 40 remaining in the third.
Automatic na yan para kay Larry Rodriguez. Makakuha siya ng magandang angulo, no? Gagamitin niya talaga yung banda. Tira sa top of the key ni Subido. Wala, ito na si Nico.
Elorde, a foul on Jonathan Gray. And both teams struggling from beyond the arc. 2 of 14. Ang Biñan, 5 of 19 ang Gensan. 49-45. Minute and 28 left in the third. Elorde against Sobido. Tolentino, catch and fire. Won't go. Gosari with a rebound. Labas kay Nico Elorde. 8 seconds to shoot. Elorde. No. Another offensive rebound. Tolentino banks it in. It's a 6-point lead for Gensan. A minute remaining in the third. Extra possessions hurting Biñan. Sobido. Jeff Chan puts the ball on the deck. Well defended. Another offensive foul.
Legal screen. No, that was more of a frustration foul para kay Jeff Chan because he thought there was a lot of contact nung binabantayan siya ni Kyle Tolentino, and the moment he dribbled handoff sa kanyang kakampi, inuslit niya yung kanyang bewang, which forced the official to blow the whistle.
51-45. Nico Ilorde. CJ Gonzalez drives, takes the shot and banks it in. And Gensan up by 8. A 6-0 run here late in the third.
Impressive finish by Gonzalez. That was actually good help defense provided by Big Boy Hernandez.
It all started with the Rally Rodriguez bank shot. Christian, look at the drive from Sobido. Pupunta siya sa linya after that foul. Turnover forced kanina. No, unforced rather, because Jonathan Gray was saved that basketball. Diretso sa kamay ni Larry Rodriguez, and
Banda.
Tabanda tira,
Doon na
tuloy-tuloy
nagsimula
na.
yung run na yun. Kaya building up to finish this quarter. We talked about the sloppiness of this quarter for both teams. And Gensan only scored 6 points at the 3:30 mark. Now they have a total of 17 points in this quarter.
Turnover to close out the period. Rosari totally wiped out Sobido on that pick. But nonetheless, the Gensan Warriors with a 6-point advantage. Highlights of the game brought to you by Simplus, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Both teams struggling to get their offense going, but it's been Gensan that has been catching a few breaks here and there, and they've totally capitalized on those breaks.
It's been a collective effort, especially the last 3 minutes wherein the scoring picked up para sa Gensan Warriors, and because of that late run, they're going to enjoy a 6-point lead heading into the last quarter.
Nagbabalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Montalban, Rizal. We are live from the Inares Center 2 para sa ating Tuesday triple header. Our fan of the game, brought to you by LGR Sportswear. It's 53-47 here at the start of the fourth period. Gensan with a 6-point lead against Biñan. This has been quite a rivalry already. Dalawang kupunan na naglaban sa playoffs last season. Gensan winning that series 2-1 in an epic finish. Just 2 points separating the two teams last season, with Gensan advancing to the next round. Biñan getting knocked out of the first round of the playoffs. Biñan with possession to start the fourth. Impayan to Big Boy Hernandez. Jonathan Gray, JJ Pido, and Renzo Sobido completing the 5 for Coach Boyet. Hernandez with a catch and a finish. Quarter scoring 20 all at the end of one. Gensan with a slight advantage at halftime, 18-16. in that second period and 15-11 in the third. That's a foul on CJ Gonzalez as he commits the illegal pick against Renzo Subido. This is the Assist of the Game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. (53-49) is the count. JJ Pido. Still JJ. Elorde and Himpayan getting into it. And Nico Elorde whistled for the personal. And 53-49. The glaring stat in that third quarter, Christian, was the free throw shooting, because we were wondering what was hounding Biñan. Really, they can't catch a rhythm, but they were at the free throw line 14 times in the third, and they made only 6 free throws.
Lang. Oh, and they were down by 6. At one point, it was 8. So, kung numbers lang ang titignan mo, no? Malamang yun na yung dahilan nun.
Yeah, 53-51. But here's Kyle Tolentino, the 3, bagsak si JJ Pido. Who's it going to be?
Mukhang i-review nila to.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Waray Himpayan has been solid all throughout this game. And Waray is up to 9 points in the contest to go with 7 rebounds. Amarco Sari sits. Balik si Larry Rodriguez in the game. And Jonathan Gray. You have 3 point guards here for Biñan.
Probably to speed up the game.
Pido, Subido, Himpayan, Raimundo, and Hernandez. For Biñan, Tolentino, Tan, Jonicio, Masaglang, and Rodriguez. Here's big boy Hernandez. Travel. Was it though?
That's worth another look.
Yeah.
I thought it was good unless yung pivot foot niya baka nag-slide. Kaya maganda makita sa replay yun. Nonetheless, well defended though
Yeah,
by
here.
Gensan. Ito na.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. Jonicio inside the paint. Basket plus the foul. He beats Himpayan to the spot. And Larry Rodriguez, his playmaking has also been terrific in this game. Pangalawa na nangyari to, Christian.
Right. But, you know, Larry Rodriguez, he has always been a great passer. Aside from the threat on the post, the face-up game, the back-to-the-basket game, his basketball IQ has always been up there. And you could see your numbers. The Marvin Jonicio now at the line. Last game had a dozen.
It's back to a 5-point advantage para dito sa Gensan Warriors. Larry Rodriguez, 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in this game. Pido, offensive foul. Eloy Tan was right there all over him.
Excellent pressure of the basketball and excellent denials. And as soon as Pido picked up the ball, you see the reaction by Tolentino. You see the denials. Who is that? Kosari or Jonicio rather.
Yeah.
And because he's near the sideline, not so much space, binaba niya yung kanyang kanang balikat. And etong si Tan did a good job of selling, the call. Na-reward siya.
Well, you talked about Biñan's depth here, Christian, but nakikita natin, it's Gensan that's dictating the matchups sa larong to.
Minsan, ang downside of being malalim, of having depth is yung mga players minsan hindi nagkakaroon ng rhythm sa loob.
That's true.
No, dahil umaabot ka sa third group mo, pag abot mo doon sa first group, pagpasok nila, lalo na sa lamig dito sa venue, matutuyuan ng pawis, maghahanap ulit sila ng a few minutes inside the court.
To warm up.
To warm up, to go, maybe 2 or 3 times down to get their rhythm. That's the challenge naman kapag malalim yung team mo.
56-51, and that's the challenge for Biñan actually. Here's Subido. Nabitaw ng bola. Subido push shot, yes. With a second remaining in the shot clock. And he pulls Biñan to within 3 with 7 minutes remaining. Offensive foul on Tolentino. Just runs into Renzo Subido.
Unnecessary, really.
One thing that has been called in this game is those offensive fouls.
Ay, hinahanap mo yung consistency. Kanina pa, ayun, consistent.
Yung
Yung offensive fouls, buong laro. Siguro pang-anim na yun.
Renzo Subido. Maestre. Big Boy Hernandez. Pamboy, 8 seconds to work with. Big Boy inside, a foul on Marwin Junicio. 2 free throws coming up para kay Big Boy Hernandez.
Well, what a great read by both Pamboy at si Big Boy Hernandez. Pamboy, as soon as he got the ball, the quick slip by Hernandez and then the quick feed by Pamboy. And then off the tag on the weak side, dahil paangat yung kanyang tao, si Marwin Junicio. Hernandez creating enough contact to get to the line. Excuse me, strong side. Yung naging tag ni Junicio dun.
56-53. It's Big Boy knocking down the first free throw. Two for two this time.
Really one of the rare 2-for-2s, by a Biñan player. Almost feels like either they're missing 2 or it's a split. So that's a good sign dito sa huling quarter natin na si Hernandez was able to complete those 2. Steal created by Hernandez. Ito na ang Biñan.
Subido, binigay kay Roca Curva. Raimundo had an open look, but here's an even better look. Roca Curva misses the 3. Struggles continue from beyond the arc. It's 2 of 15 now for Biñan.
Well, Coach Boyet really wanted that possession. He felt they had an advantage and was not really pleased, even though it ended up as an open shot. Because he feels that the game is not only within reach, kundi mas kontrolado na nila itong quarter na to after being down by 6 to end the third. They get those quick 4 points in the first 2 minutes. Baka napigil yung kanilang momentum dahil Gensan ngayon pushing the lead back to 2, possible 3 with this second free throw by Elorde.
And Nico Elorde, his numbers there this season, 11.6 rebounds and 5 assists. And 58-55. A little over 6 minutes remaining. Maestre, Big Boy, nearly lost it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Subido fires, no. Rebound, Maestre, nice fake, and the foul on Larry Rodriguez.
Where if there's one guy for Biñan who's been really solid tonight, it has to be Maestre. Now, pag tinignan mo yung mga numero nyo, si Delph, it won't be as impressive as you guy putting up big numbers. Only has 2 points and 1 rebound. He has 1 steal, but every time he's inside, he's been impactful, especially on the defensive end. That time on the offensive rebound of that miss by Subido, and makes the 2 free throws.
58-57 ang ating score ngayon. And nearly is turnover, pero recovered by Elorde. Here comes Nico. Bank shot won't go, trying to get contact there with Subido. Biñan with a chance to take the lead here. Maestre. Back out to Renzo Subido.
Empty corner ball screen between Subido and Maestre, but it's going to end up as a turnover. Subido Hernandez really trying to convince Coach Boyet to challenge. They felt na ang last touch doon ay isang Gensan warrior. This is what Gensan has to do. I think they got to put the ball more in the hands of Larry.
Rosari, Mintis ang 3. Big time rebound galing kay Maestre. Almost a turnover. There's been a lot of that dito sa laro natin. Parang hindi matanggap ang bola ng secure eh.
Oo.
Big boy Hernandez. 10 seconds to work with for Biñan. Oh,
That's a foul. That's a foul. Even before the hit. Alam mo, nabasa ko kay Subido paglapit dito. Ang hirap.
pati si Pambo.
Yung kay Subido muna. Parang, ang hirap ng basketball ngayong araw. Di ba? Even before the hit, hinila na yung sando niya, hindi lang nakita. Yung kay Pamboy, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin, medyo censored. Yung datingan, kumbaga.
Naghanap na sumbungan eh.
Oo nga. I'm amazed, by the way, because this usually happens to us quite often.
Yeah.
Especially in the last 2 months since the league started. Na parang, hindi ko alam eh. Yun nga, yung dating sumbong, no? And probably trying to relate to us not only how they feel, or maybe trying to influence us na sabihin natin on air, possibly.
Janicio, 3.
What a big 3 by Janicio.
Marvin Janicio gets the lead back for Gensan. 61-59.
Take the lead.
Pamboy. Binigay kay Maestre. Raimundo. Got the step. Pamboy. Layup is good off the glass. Tied game, 61, under 4 minutes remaining.
Gensan has been solid so far of defending the 2-man game. That time though, dire-derecho sa basket after a ball screen si Pamboy.
They whistle a foul on Kenny Rocacorva.
Yeah, a foul on the 3-point shot again. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, si Kenny Roger din yung involved kanina sa third quarter dito sa right corner.
Yes. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. A great play there from Gensan to counter. Acuna at the line.
So we mentioned kanina yung struggles ni Val Acuna, only his 3rd point. 1 for 6 field goals. 4th point niya na itong pangalawang free throw, but with 3:44 left still sa ating laro, might make a difference, no? Ngayon nakita niya na pumasok ang bola after such a long time. Watch out for Val of taking and possibly hitting some shots here in the last few minutes of this game.
Gensan extends the lead to 3. 3 minutes and 44 seconds left.
mga bigs nila nakakuha ng second chance points tsaka yung early offense namin kailangan mas polish pa. And then, mga guards naman, so far naman nagagawa naman namin ng paraan yung mga point guard nila na i-pressure pero yung nagkaka-problem talaga kami sa mga big man nila. Yung talaga kayo sa mga transition.
Kyle Tolentino has 12 points tonight, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. He's on the bench at the moment, 3 minutes and 44 seconds remaining. Biñan trailing by 3.
That has to be the loudest cheer. As soon as narinig mo, sinab ang isang official. Usually, you would hear loudest cheers when a player is playing so well and then he gets like a standing ovation, playing so well, sinab ng coach, di ba? Usually happens in the last seconds or maybe minutes of a game. It was quite different, that last substitution. Pero ngayon, Subido at the line.
They will challenge it as well. Coach Elvis Tolentino will challenge the call. The yellow light is on. On that Nico Elorde foul. We will be right back.
The challenge of Gensan Warriors was unsuccessful. Foul on Nico Elorde's third.
So it's an unsuccessful challenge here. Their contact was happened before the inbound.
Both teams over the limit. That's why that was obviously a poor foul given up, even though it was unintentional. Gensan really known for, putting pressure even in the backcourt. So, aside from yung maybe pabilisin yung laro with the 3 point guards by Biñan earlier, si JJ Pido, nakasabay din ni Subido at ni Pamboy Raimundo. It's really for the ball handling responsibility sa backcourt dahil because of the applied pressure nitong Gensan.
Elorde against Subido. Subido doing a fine job trying to make sure na hindi makaporma si Elorde, but Ping Masaglang. Ang ganda ng galaw ni Ping Masaglang doon. Met Elorde there as he was under pressure.
Na miscommunication defensively dahil sobrang libre. Si Masaglang doon, nobody even switched off nung nakuha niya yung bola. Roca Corva.
6 seconds to work with. Pamboy to Maestre. Has to fire and Mike Maestre. Crucial basket para sa kanya and Biñan only down by 1 under 3 minutes remaining.
Probably unexpected by Marvin Janicio because it was a weak and a short closeout by Marvin.
Vasari lost the handle. Roca Corva. Mark Pingris will check in the next dead ball. Kenny will go to Sobido, a 3.
Short.
It's short again. Bagsak si Big Boy, bagsak si Amar. Acuna 4-on-4 on the other side. Here's Elorde, the drive, the block from Pamboy. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Hindi nagmamadali ang Gensan. Jonicio short on the 3. Rebound Maestre. And Biñan with a chance to retake the lead. 2 minutes remaining in this showdown. Big Boy Hernandez for 2.
A beautiful execution by Pamboy right there, forcing the defense to fight over. And anytime na mapilitan sa ibabaw yung initial defender, you force the help. Pocket pass that time, opens it up, and Hernandez with the finish.
67-66. Minute and 50 remaining. And what a story Big Boy Hernandez has been for Biñan and his career here in the MPBL. Bing Masaglang with a response. 68-67.
Alam mo, yan talagang calling card ni Pink Masaglang. 1-2 dribble, pull up, yung jump shot.
The two contenders trading blows here in Montalban. They trap. It's off. Sobido. Turnover Biñan.
If I'm Biñan, do they have a challenge remaining? Wala na ata.
They will review it though.
Possible kasi to ha, nangyari
Yeah.
sa harapan natin. Possible to, tumama kay Elorde. Hindi. Mukhang tumama no
Sa
sa hita nitong si Sobido.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah.
Sa likod sa may hamstring.
Hamstring.
Banda. Gensan up by 1 against Biñan. Two fierce rivals in the south battling it out here in Montalban. Tight game.
That's a foul on Sobido.
Foul on Sobido. Really pushing the limits in terms of physicality this ball game.
Now here's the thing, I thought that was a smart play by Nico Elorde. Nung pagkat niya sa ilalim, and rarely do you see this sa guards, no, sa ilalim ng ring. Medyo sinilya sa ilalim itong si Sobido, kaya hinila siya no, ng dalawang kamay. And sometimes that's all it takes, especially pag alam mong nasa penalty na ang kalaban.
You get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Elorde 2 for 2 at the line. Biñan's 7-game winning streak under threat as Gensan is now up by 3 with 1 minute and 14 remaining. Coach Boyet Fernandez sues for time. That's the second to the last timeout para dito sa Biñan. Gensan has a couple of timeouts left. Both teams already over the limit.
Big Boy, ikaw dito ha. Okay? Mike, dito ka Mike. Okay, Mike, labas. Staggered screen, labas ka Mike ha. Safety pass ka. Mike, dito ka Mike, sorry. Staggered screen for, ikaw to Jeff ha. Pamboy, bigay mo.
Let's go, what's up?
Tingnan nyo, may nagpo-ball screen dito. Okay, may nagpo-ball screen. Tingnan nyo yung Hernandez. Okay, Mike. Flare screen ka rito, Mike. Kay Jeff. Okay? Pag flare screen, wala. Slip ka lang dito. Big Boy. Okay? Pag deny si Kenny, pasa kay... Handball kay Pamboy. Pero pag screen ka pa rin.
Yeah, plenty of time here in this ball game. 1 minute and 14 remaining. 9 deadlocks and 10 lead changes. These two teams have battled through that. Binalik sa laro si Jeff Chan, a 3-point threat. Kasama niya si Pamboy Raimundo, Big Boy Hernandez, and Kenny Rucakurva. plus Mike Maestre to defend for Gensan. Ping Masaglang, Larry Rodriguez, Val Acuña, Nico Elorde, and Marwin Junicio.
Pamboy ngayon, nag-inbound ng bola.
Oh, Masaglang with those quick
Turnover.
hands. That's big.
Not happy, obviously, Coach Boyet. Walang coach ang magiging masaya ron, lalo-lalo galing sa timeout. Turnover, naging katumbas.
No, nearly a steal. Elorde. 5 seconds. Here's Elorde. That's a tough shot. Masaglang, no. A fresh 14 for Gensan. Big offensive rebound for Marwin Junicio. Elorde uses the pick from Larry. Rodriguez, jumper, short. Another offensive rebound for Gensan.
They don't need to foul. I'm not sure Kenny Roger knows it. Hindi niya alam.
No need to foul. And through it all,
Yeah. After we just talked about his improvement and his maturity, that time he wasn't aware that they didn't need to foul. But obviously, because of that, is because of the lack of effort to chase down those loose balls. Those were 2 offensive rebounds given up by Biñan sa Gensan, and Elorde with these free throws.
we talked about the lack of rhythm between these two teams, and I think it really boiled down now to who's the more scrappy and more, hardworking, winning those 50-50 balls. So it's turned out to be Gensan here with a 5-point lead. With 18 seconds remaining, here's Kenny Roger with a drive. He's fouled. 15 seconds remaining. He'll go to the line. 2 shots.
Well, what a smart foul by Larry Rodriguez, because there was a foul already. The foul mapupunta sa kanya, no? I say it's a smart foul because he committed a type of foul that prevented a 3-point play. No, sinigurado niya na 2 free throws lang ang makukuha nitong si Kenny Roger Rocacurva.
Rocacurva, 6 of 7 at the line. 2 for 2.
Timeout para makross nila sa half court.
72-69. Gensan, Biñan will have to defend. 15 seconds remaining. What are the options here? First for Gensan and then Biñan.
No, for Biñan, excuse me, kailangan, kunin nila yung agaw, syempre. At kung hindi nila makuha yon, maybe try to force a 5-second violation. So, if you don't get the
Paglabas,
steal,
kunin mo. Pag sino pumla, sa'yo yan. Any pasa rito. Sa'yo to, Kenny, ha? Any pasa rito kay Pamboyan. Okay? Taping ka bola papunta rito. Okay? Deny. Deny. Then double. 5 seconds pa naman yun. So pagtanggap nyo, pagka na-deny, wag double muna. Wag muna foul, double nyo muna. Tingnan nyo pa 5 seconds violation. Okay? Pero pinamaganda doon, lumabas sa'yo to, Kenny. Any flasher, any pass here, sa'yo Mike, sa'yo JJ, Pamboy, ikaw to.
Pag wala quick foul,
Renzo. Hindi, pag pinasa, double mo na.
yeah, so defensively, if you're Biñan, the first option is to get a steal. Second, try to influence them to spots wherein you can trap na maging kakampi mo yung linya. Those corners, or coaches would go coffin corners. Third, kung matanggap ng Gensan ng bola, it's anyone but Nico Elorde. But he gets the ball now.
Oh. They had to give up the foul.
Yeah, and I say Nico Elorde because he's 85% at the line on 7 tries. Isa pa lamang ang mintis yan.
So Vido will foul out of this game. And Nico Elorde can make it a 2-possession advantage.
So, Coach Elvis made sure not only to get the ball in bounds, but to give it to his best free throw shooter in this game.
And Nico Elorde and Gensan, excellent at the line. 94% as a team.
As a team. It's funny that we say that because yung isang mintis na yun kay Nico Elorde, the thing is, siya yung pinakamaraming attempts. But the rest of his teammates, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 100%.
Foul merchant.
Diba?
Sabi nila kay SGA. Ito si Nico Elorde, ano din eh, ganun din eh. Really good at getting those fouls. Elorde, 2 for 2. Biñan will call its last timeout with a 5-point lead. 9.8 seconds remaining. We will be right back. Back inside the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal, Ves Sazon, Rafi Octubre, and the rest of the Bataan Risers are seeing action later on against Eric Pili and Aaron Estacio and the rest of the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. That's for our main game dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. It's 74-69 with 9.8 seconds remaining. Biñan down by 5. Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes, Emer Oreta, and Rudy Distrito are here. Inside, that's a steal by Nico Elorde. And that will, na-foul pa ni Pamboy. That will do it. Nico Elorde, sabi nga natin, top of the coverage. When you have Larry Rodriguez and Nico Elorde, if it's a tight game, you'll always have a chance. Pag may ganito ka klaseng veteran presence on the floor.
Because they've been there and they've done that. You know, yung wealth of experience ng dalawang to, especially for Larry Rodriguez, who's won a championship already in our young 7 seasons dito sa MPBL.
Pido. And what a big win para sa Gensan Warriors, conquering their rivals Biñan. They still have the number of Biñan even after that those changes in the roster for both teams. So the winning streak of Biñan stopped at 7 games by the Gensan Warriors, the very same team that eliminated them in the postseason in season 6 of the MPBL. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And it's one of those games, Christian, that you needed the veterans to showcase their poise and composure when the going got tough.
Well, certainly, Larry Rodriguez was able to display lahat ng mga sinabi mo, no? And, you know, only a few runs by both teams. But that last jumper wherein he used the glass was really the start of a run wherein nagkaroon sila ng kalamangan na 8-6 bago matapos yung third quarter.
And Larry Rodriguez finished with 11.6 rebounds and 5 assists, and he is our best player of the game. Let's go to Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Larry. Binilisan niyo yung laro. Halos nakahabol sila pero pinatunayan mo talaga yung pagiging veterano mo sa larong ito. Parang ginanahan ka kasi kalaban mo yung isa sa pinakamatalik mong kaibigan na si Jeff Chan.
Siguro nga, ngayon na lang ulit kami nagkita. Tapos, ina-play ko lang yung pagiging leader dun sa team para ma-organize namin yung laro namin.
Nakwento mo nga yung pagiging veterano, no? Lalo sa bigs, halos ikaw na lang yung natitira. Kumusta naman yung pagtanggap ng mga bata, syempre sa mga binibigay mong advice, sa mga gusto mong magbago sa team para sa kanila?
Lahat naman sila sumusunod, mababait naman. Tapos kung ano yung turo namin, ginagawa nila. Yun lang talaga. Kailangan kami mag-push sa kanila para gumanda yung flow ng game namin.
Maraming salamat, Larry. Meron ka mang gustong batiin at pasalamatan.
Binabati ko sa mga sponsor namin, Armor On, Jenkins Skin, Shaman Boxing, Mount Sabrina, and Gensan Mayor, Rhea Pacquiao, kay Boss Manny, sa pamilya ko, sa asawa ko, sa dalawang anak ko, tsaka yung taga San Pedro, Pampanga, si Papu, si Keeper, sila mga pamangkin ko doon, tapos mga pamangkin ko dito sa Balot, Tondo, yung mga taga Balot, Tondo, mga kumpare ko, tsaka si Kaden, si mga bata dyan. Maraming salamat sa suporta.
Maraming salamat, Larry Rodriguez. Best Player of the Game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. To Def and Coach Chris.
Congratulations, Larry Rodriguez, for our best player of the game. What a performance from the veteran big man going up against the slew of bigs as well on the other side and winning those matchups. Gensan snaps Biñan's winning streak and claims their 7th win of the season. And up next, ang laban ng Rizal against Bataan dito lang sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. We'll be right back.